Hey YouTube, my name is Clever and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be making a Valorant weapon tier list maker. If you want to make your own, I'll leave the link in the description, although there are 2 extra tiers in this that I just removed because I don't need them. So the first, I'm going to be making 3 tier lists. The first one is going to be a tier list on my personal preference of the guns I use in game. The second tier list is going to be, in my opinion, what the best guns in rank to use are for any skill level based on how versatile they are and their difficulty to use and how strong they are. And then my last one is going to be just for fun. It's going to be the tier list for weapons if you had 10 Zame. Alright, before I get into this, be sure to like and subscribe to boost this video in the YouTube algorithm. It will greatly support the channel. So first, I'm going to go down the line. For the Ares, I think it's a great half-buy weapon. It can be used like at any range in my opinion, just like the Odin, close range, even far range if you ADS. It has solid damage based for its like spray, but I don't use it that much. I use the Spectre more than it on half-buys, so I'm going to be putting it in C tier. For the Bucky, I don't use shotguns that much, to be honest. Even like before the Bucky was nerfed and when it was still broken, I didn't actually use it that much because I didn't like it that much. So I'm gonna put it in D tier. I don't use it at all. The Bulldog, I think it's a great weapon. If I can't afford a Phantom or Vandal and I have the option for a Bulldog, I'll probably go for it if I'm forcing. It's the new burst meta is really cool. I think it's really strong with that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Bulldog Stinger burst meta or something like that in YouTube, and you'll see some clips. Basically, you just like ADS and then shoot so it bursts, but like you unscope while ADSing, so you're more mobile, and it's pretty accurate still. I'm gonna put it in B tier just because I don't use it that much, because most of the time I'll have the money for a Phantom or a Vandal, or I'll just save. The Classic, I'm going to put it B tier with the Bulldog. And the reason why is because it's I think it's strong. The right click is really strong. I think it's a really good pistol. But even though they nerfed it, the right click is really strong. Okay, so for the next weapon, the Frenzy, I'm going to put it in C tier because I don't use the Frenzy that much. I'm not very good with it, even though I see people just like run and gun and triple ding somebody. I can't do that. I don't use it that much, so I'm going to put it in the C tier. I do think it's a strong weapon though, if you can use it right. For the Ghost, I'm going to put it in A tier. It's probably one of my favorite pistols. It's very versatile. I can use it at close and medium range, and even long range if I'm just tap and have the good aim for it. So I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's really strong and I use it a lot. The Guardian, I don't use the Guardian at all in games, but like I think it's really strong. But then again, if you have the money for a Guardian, you might also have the money for a Phantom or a Vandal, or if you don't, I just go for the Bulldog. So I'm gonna put it at high C tier or low B tier. I probably put it low B tier. I don't think it's bad. The Judge, everybody hates the Judge. People who use Judges are just cringe, but I don't use the Judge at all. I'm gonna put it in C tier or high C tier. Maybe B tier. Yeah, I'll put it in B tier just because it's strong, but I don't use it. The Marshall, I'm gonna put it in A tier behind the Ghost because the Marshall, I use it for ecos. So my main eco weapons would be like the Marshall or the Sheriff. I use those a lot for eco. I really like the Marshall. It's like gets really good chip damage even if you just body shot them. So I'm gonna put it in A tier because I use it quite often. I don't use the Odin at all that much. I think it's strong, just like the Ares. What I said, close, medium, long. It can be pretty versatile. You're just really slow when using it, and with Jet, that's not really strong because she's the main agent I play. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I'll put it B tier. For the op, since as a Jet main, I'm a op 1 trick, so I'm S. I'm cringe. Yeah, I know. Phantom, S tier. It's my favorite rifle out of the Phantom or the Vandal because I just like the spray. You really just spray through smokes. I like the Phantom better when I'm entering because the recoil is easier to control. So when I'm like entering, I can just spray, or not just spray, but I can like spray, transfer, burst fire, and then burst again faster, better than the Vandal. Sheriff, I'm gonna put an A tier. It's really strong no matter what you're at. Like pistol round, it's really strong even though you have no util. Eco rounds, you can hit those clean one taps and get like a rifle off. So it's nice. And even like the people that like keep their sheriff from pistol round, they don't bonus. And then it's still a strong bonus weapon. Or I mean, they don't force, and then they just bonus the sheriff, and it's still really strong there. I don't use this shorty for the same reason as the Bucky. I'm just gonna put it in D tier. Spectre, it's a really strong weapon. I'm gonna put it in A tier over the sheriff in the marshal, because I use it more than both of those weapons. It's just the running gun. It's just broken. I mean, I don't complain about it because it's an SMG. What else would you expect? So just don't let go of W when you have the Spectre. Stinger, I put it in C tier here because like the Bulldog, it also has the burst meta, but I don't use it that much. 950 creds, I'd rather go with the Marshal or the Sheriff. Vandal, A tier. It's just strong. I don't use it because like either I one-tap people or like hit the crispy headshots at the beginning, or I just whiff, so that's why it's A tier, not S tier. Alright, so this is my personal tier list. Here I am going to be making the tier list on the best weapons used in ranked, in my opinion. Based on like how easy they are to use, how versatile they are, and how strong they are. So first, the S tier, I'm going to put Phantom in there. The Phantom is, in my opinion, the best rifle because at any skill level, you don't need to have that good aim. Like, if you have good crosshair placement, it's fine. With the Vandal, I feel like you need to have good spray control and good aim to hit the headshots. So, for that reason, the Phantom is S tier and the Vandal is not. Now, the next weapon I'm going to be putting in S tier is the Odin. We've all seen it. The Sova Odin spam B main. Or just like the whole team using Odins, just ADS spraying you. It's so strong. It can be you just ADS. It's good at long range. ADS or non-ADS, it's good at mid range, and then with no ADS, it's good at close range. I don't condone using Odins. Don't be that guy. But yeah, it's really strong. It's S tier. Any other S tier weapons I see? No. Vandal A tier, because of the same reasons in my personal tier list. It's just you have to have good spray control, or else you just whiff, or you have to hit the headshots in like your first 5 bullets. But for some people, that can be hard. Next, I'm gonna put the op. For this tier list, I don't think the op is S tier because, especially in lower ranks, most people don't know how to use the op well. They shoot while moving or something, and it's just kind of a struggle for them. And higher elo, the op is really strong. So if you can learn the op, in any rank, if you can learn the op, it's really good. But because how difficult it is, or how difficult it can be to use, that's why it's A tier. Next gun, the Sheriff, A tier. It's gonna be in the low A tier because you have to have good aim to use it well. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's really strong. You hit the one bullet in the head and it can kill. Even if you hit the 145, that's just sad. It's just sad when you hit the 145. But most of the time you end up getting the kill with like a body shot. Next weapon. Now I'm just gonna go down this list because the rest aren't obvious. Oh wait, Spectre, A tier. The Spectre, just don't let go of W. You'll win most gunfights, except against like rifles. Ares. It's like the Odin, but like worse. So B tier. It's pretty much the same reasons why the Odin is good. It's just like the weaker version. Bucky. The Bucky is very situational. Very situational. So I'm going to put it in D tier again. A Bulldog. The Bulldog can be versatile in the right hands of someone. So I'm going to put it in B tier because for some people it can be hard. You know, like the spray isn't the best. And the ADS is, if you don't hit the shots, then it doesn't work. The Classic. Depending on, like, in lower ranks, the Classic, I see a lot of whiffs with it. So I feel like I'm going to put it in B tier. Or C tier. I'm going to put it in C tier, just because you have to, make sure you take the right shots. It's not very versatile at all. Really, it's just, like, close range. You have to play the right angles. Frenzy. I'd say the Frenzy is pretty strong for most people. I'm going to put it, B tier. And I'm going to switch this around. The Frenzy, it's another one. Just don't let go of W, pretty much. And you can run and gun people down. Also, if you, like, burst with it, kind of, from far range, you can hit some headshots and get the good damage in. With the Ghost, I think the Ghost is also B tier. Because you need good aim for it. But like, unlike the Sheriff, it doesn't one-tap. Unless it's, like, pistol round. Guardian, you also have to have good aim. And the fire rate's too slow, unless you're really good, like higher elo. So I'm just gonna put it C tier, better than the Classic, or similar to the Classic, I guess. Judge, it's really strong, A tier. You just play the close angles and you get free kills. Even from medium range, if you just like crouch or something, it's strong. Marshall, Marshall is one of those things. It's like it's similar to Sheriff and the Ghost and the Guardian. You have to hit your shots with it, and most people, it's kind of a hard weapon, to be honest, because you either hit the shots, or else you just get kind of swarmed. You can like just kind of spam no scope with it, but it doesn't really work. I'm gonna put that in C tier. Shorty, yeah, D tier. It's not that good. Stinger, C tier. It's not very versatile, and you have to like know the only way it's good is if you're playing a really close angle. But then again, sometimes if you're just a little off, the bloom can go wild, and for that, like in that situation, the Judge or something would be better, or even like a Frenzy or a Ghost, because the bloom is easier to control for those. So this is my tier list for anybody in ranked. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. All right, reset. Now, this is going to be the tier list if you are 10s and you can just one tap, scream headshot machine mode. First one. This one I'm not going to put as much thought into. It's just for fun. Vandal, S tier. Hit the crispy one taps. And then I'm going to look for everything that can one tap, basically. Guardian, Sheriff, anything else here. Marshall, Op. These are all strong weapons if you have really good aim. Or a first to last. I actually think if you have like the most cracked aim in the world, the Guardian can be better than the Vandal, just because it's better first shot accuracy. Sheriff is probably the worst out of them because you can hit the 145s and then get punished by a rifle for that if you can't shoot fast enough to get the second shot off. Op better than Marshall, of course. So this is S tier. Now, the Phantom's gonna be A tier because 140s. That's why it's not S tier. The Ghost is also A tier because it can't fully one tap. What else? Bulldog A tier. Odin A tier. Now, okay, so I'm not sure how to put the rest of these weapons in. Probably put Spectre at B tier because you have to just spray and pray, really. But most of the time it works out, but you can get punished really easily if you play it wrong. Stinger, D tier, or C tier. All the shotguns, pretty much, I'm putting in, or except the Judge, I'm putting low and D tier because if you have really strong aim, you're not going to be resorting to a shotgun to get kills. Classic is also going to be C tier, Ares B tier, and then the Frenzy, S tier. No, I'm kidding. Probably C tier as well, because all these weapons, if you have really good aim, they're not gonna be good enough for you. You have to, even if you hit all headshots, it's gonna take a little longer than if someone just did a Vandal one tap. All right, so this is it. This is just a fun tier list for 10's aim. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. As I said earlier, it will boost this video in the YouTube algorithm and help us out a lot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye!